Greetings, everyone. I'm delighted to be part of this wonderful celebration of the National Entrepreneurship Day, and particularly with the Institute for Small Enterprises Development (ISED) on the occasion of not only celebrating this day but also the release of this report on national enterprise and entrepreneurship report in the states. Absolutely, we have to work a lot in the country among the states to promote entrepreneurship because India, like many other large economies, depends a lot on small and medium enterprises. So the individual enterprises, entrepreneurs, they mean a lot for the development of the country. And this is the same, even in some developed countries, which many of us may not know. But of course, in the developed countries, the proportion of medium-sized enterprises in this whole bucket of micro, small, and medium enterprises combination would be much higher. Whereas in India, it is going to be primarily the micro and small enterprises that form the major proportion of the number of enterprises that contribute to the economic growth. So it is very important to promote entrepreneurship and work on small enterprises across the country. Many initiatives have been taken by the central government and several state governments to promote this culture of entrepreneurship, address the needs of small entrepreneurs, and also I always think about the graduation of the micro enterprises into small enterprises, small into medium, and then medium into large. So it will be great if all the entrepreneurs, they start with that kind of an ambition or inspiration, so that they don't get stuck with one level of success, but they keep progressing to the next stage. So in order to do that, we need several facilitation components, like financing, credit availability, quality compliance standards, and technological support, innovation, intellectual property, and so on. A lot of things have to be facilitated at a small enterprise level. So the government has several schemes on it, and many more things have to be done in this regard. For example, when enterprises start off, they I always request all the startups and the enterprises that I know of to think global. Even if you may be catering to the Indian market, the domestic market, the local, state level, or district level markets, but start thinking global, because if you only if you think global, you can actually not only get better value for money, in the sense you get greater prices, greater value added, and so on, but also in this interconnected global world, despite the recent tensions that are happening in terms of protectionism and deglobalization and so on, despite all this, we are intricately interconnected. So, unless we take the initiative and think global and compete with other countries in other markets, it is quite likely that at some point of time, the markets, the sectors, the commodities, the goods, the services where we have a very clear advantage today and where we are doing very well in the domestic market, it is quite likely that we may be displaced by the import competition. Why? Because unless we go global and we aspire to beat our competitors, it is possible that they may come to our market and encroach into our territory. The government can only go so far in terms of increasing tariffs and non-tariff measures and so on, but these things are not sustainable. So we have to develop this innate competitiveness, the inherent skills and comparative advantages by openly competing in the international market. So that is one message I would like to deliver and request. I would say I would call this as a request rather than a message to all the entrepreneurs across the country to think global from day one. So, with that short message, I would like to conclude my address. And I would also like to, in addition to thanking Professor Matthew for inviting me for this, I would also like to apologize for not being able to come there live because of time differences and my travels. So, thank you very much once again. I wish the event a great success, and I wish everyone a great Entrepreneurs Day, Enterprises Day.